What is up, guys? Rickackis here, and this is the Swordsplosion Overpower 8 review. So, the Swordsplosion is definitely one of the most iconic guns in Borderlands. It's certainly one of the most unique, and you probably want to know, is it any good at Overpower 8? And the answer is yes. Now, the yes is not because it's a bad gun against normal enemies. You will see me bulldoze through normal enemies. Like, if you're just trying to do run from point A to point B and you need to kill things along the way, the Swordsplosion will destroy. But the casual Swordsplosion will destroy, I should say. The Swordsplosion sucks dick. Like, to be quite honest, if you don't have that ×3 in the damage, try again. You get the Swordsplosion from Mr. Tord in the Tiny Tina's Assault on Dragon Keep DLC from the quest, The Sword and the Stoner. And if you load it up and you don't see the ×3 in the damage, save and quit. Or dashboard. I can't remember which one. But dashboard or do whatever and keep re-accepting the quest 40 bazillion times like I did until you finally get the casual version. Because you need the casual version. Now, like I said though, if you get the casual version, you stomp kids. You absolutely run over any normal mob, like pretty much anything but raid bosses and bosses. Like, yeah, if you're fighting an OP8 Scorch, then you probably maybe want to stay away from this gun. Other things are probably a little bit better. But if you're fighting any normal enemies, even super badasses, this thing kills them extremely fast. Now, the thing is the way that it shoots, by shooting swords, those swords explode into more little swords. Those little swords also explode. It's a blessing and a curse. It kills a lot of enemies and it has a huge area of effect. But those little swords are little fuckers, and they will find you, and they will kill you. Like, honestly, I died like 3 times when filming this because it's just, you're not really used to it. I'm sure once you get used to it and you get used to the explosive range, you'll know not to shoot at your feet. But shit happens. You open a box and a loot midget jumps out. Your just instinct is to shoot at it. And then you do, and you always get hit by those little swords, and you just insta-die. It's kind of ruins the allure and the whole aspect that you're the big, badass raid boss. You're the Vault Hunter, and you're here to open the last vault on Pandora and save the planet. Oh, but you can get killed by a little tiny sword off of this gun that can't even down a bandit's health by a quarter. So, like, good balancing, Gearbox. Good job on that. Aside from that, though, you killing yourself, there is 2 other slight problems. One is that it does arc. Now, you will get used to the arcing distance extremely easily. Like, once you just use this gun with any sort of regularity, you'll get used to it. But if you just pick this gun up, it can hurt originally. Like, figuring out what the arc length is, you can overshoot or undershoot and waste ammo. And then wasting ammo leads into the second point, that this gun is thirsty as a girl on Tinder. Like, this gun uses up so much ammunition. It's actually crazy. 4 rounds per shot, and if you have anything to increase the fire rate like I did for my commando, this thing chews through ammunition. So you're either going to have a backup that isn't a shotgun that you can switch to while you kind of get more shotgun ammunition, or you're going to really have to go out of your way to loot those chests in order to get enough shotgun ammunition to sustain you for long periods of time. But that being said, this gun is absolutely amazing, and I rate 8 out of 8 mate. Just kidding. 8 out of 10 is the OP rating for this gun. Again, fantastic gun. The fact that it chews up ammunition so much, and it doesn't really have a raid boss scenario. Like, the Swordsplosion is fun and effective, but if you're fighting any endgame stuff, any raid bosses, you might as well just use the interfacer rather than this. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Remember to rate, comment, and subscribe. And as always, have a good day.